Hello, my name is Shirley Self, and I'm here to talk astrology. Tonight I wanted to talk about our recent election. Now, the election went on for a long time, and usually when you do an event chart, you need a time for the event. And I thought, well, you can't say when it started because it's been going on for so long. You can't say that it has ended since it's kind of still ongoing. In ways, even though we all know it in the first week of December where we are, who our next president will be. But I thought, okay, we need a time in which the results are known. And I thought, okay, that should be about 10 p.m. at the White House on the evening, the night of November 5th, or the November 3rd, 2020. And this is that chart, and it turned out to be exceedingly appropriate because I was right. I guessed well. This is our Mercury is here at in the 25th degree, and our Pluto is here in the 27th degree of Capricorn. Our Saturn is here at 14 degrees. So our Saturn is right down here. So it's exceedingly appropriate. The people have spoken. The people have spoken. And big business has spoken too. You look at the thing, and we've got oppositions. Opposition, and that was us. This is a picture of us. We are evenly divided. The moon in Gemini there. But it's conjunct the North Node. Now, the nice thing I think about this results of this election, and we haven't had the results of the Senate yet, but is that we know that we're split pretty evenly in half. That forces us to either, I don't know how we'd split in half. We look like we're pretty evenly divided everywhere in the United States. So what we have to do is we have to talk to each other. And we can talk to each other. We must talk to each other. And we have elected a couple whose real talent is talking to us and explaining things to us that makes us understand what it is we have to do. We have to get together and do. So here's the chart. It's the ascendant is in Cancer, so we're insecure. The whole thing. We are still insecure. As a nation, we have 4 planets in Cancer, and Cancer wants to feel secure, but unfortunately, our sun, who should shine in Cancer in that commitment we have to each other and to others. It is a square, that Saturn, that is Congress. We have, unfortunately, combined somehow in the United States chart both these houses, this is the executive, this is our Congress. They're both ruled by Libra in our natal chart, or the Sibley chart, the one I am so fond of. So once you see right up here on the midheaven is a contrariness. Well, that goes in. We are a contrary. Moon phase 18 is contrary. That's all. It just is angry. It's cynical, and well, it's contrary, and you want. That's one of the reasons why Donald Trump is so loved right now, is because all the people are feeling contrary, and it all stems from the fear we have of not having any security in this country, personal security in this country. We have a lot of security around us. We are defended. It's ridiculous how we are defended. Considering that we have no security in here, you and I, and the people out on the street. We have our our Congress doesn't. That's the 18. The 18 is our government cannot give up the ideals of the past, and the ideals of the past is to grow, and grow by conquest usually. No, we can't do that so much with. Well, we do that. The United States is busy with conquest, but you'll notice that all these conquests are coming back to haunt us. The times they have changed. This Saturn, I want to tell you right now, this Saturn and Pluto are opposing Donald Trump's Venus right here, which brings up this Mars up here in the house of the executive. That Mars is square the Jupiter and Pluto. He is really angry, and he's resorting to the courts. That's Jupiter, and he's inciting people to riot and to murder. That's Pluto. He virtually throwing a constant fit over here. Mars is running in square with all of this. By the time we get to the inauguration, Mars will be at 9 degrees Taurus, conjunct Uranus. Yeah, hang on to your hats. Another obvious, I really think we were so intimidated. This Sun in Scorpio opposite the Uranus. We are so afraid of change. We can see it all around us, and we are so afraid of change. And we knew we had to do some change, so we did some change. This Sun here is conjunct Joe Biden's Mars. This Mercury is conjunct Kamala Harris's Sun. And that's the thing about this new partnership we've moved in, that is getting ready to move into the presidency and vice presidency, is that it looks to me like their real talent is an ability to explain things to us, to not too much change our minds as to raise our minds, or to bring us down to reality, to what's really important here. And I think if they can do that, if they can put us together, and that's what this chart is all about, is we need to come together. The North Node, up there in the house of groups, we are divided into two groups. And a religion, Jupiter there, has an awful lot to do with that. Sagittarius rules religion. We have our natal chart has Neptune in Virgo. Neptune is not happy in Virgo. It's in its fall. And so it just doesn't function well there. I have Neptune in Virgo. I actually have my Neptune in Virgo is conjunct the U.S. Neptune in Virgo. And I've been doing charts for all of this going on, and I'm just overwhelmed, easily overwhelmed. Neptune in Virgo is easily overwhelmed by anything, easily overwhelmed. What we've got all these religions and our Neptune is up here in the 9th house of religion, where it belongs, or Jupiter, one of them. Neptune is devotion. Neptune rules devotion. But a Neptune in Virgo, Virgo divides things up. Neptune wants to bring things together. So we've we've splintered into all these, I call them cults, but then I can't say as I'm anti-religious so much as I can't understand a need for it. I can see its uses and its damage, and maybe that's my problem. That's all I can see. I have like the United States, I have a Mercury-Pluto opposition. So I notice the beer can in the beautiful scenery. Okay. So our issues were, okay, immigration and the press. Immigration. The wounded come here. The people have no place to go. These are refugees. No place to go. And we say, well, we're down here. And things are not fair for us either. Okay? So we don't need the competition. I saw something I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, this Mars. Going back to Donald suing everybody and trying to change the election, using the courts to change the election. It's a square. Mars-Jupiter is square, and that is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. It means that your own energies, Mars is in Aries too, work against you in the long term. So somebody should tell him. This over here, because it's in conjunct to over here, we want truth. Mercury wants truth. Sagittarius wants truth. We don't have any. We've got Neptune in alternate realities. It's interesting that the pandemic has put us all into alternate realities, and I'm wondering how far we're going to come out of that. Alternate realities is square the nodes. This is a karmic issue. What is true and what is not? What is factual? Our Neptune is in Virgo. Virgo wants the facts, a sea of facts, but then they are misused. They're used for propaganda. Let's see. We've got, what else? We still have the pandemic. The pandemic is square the Mercury. Well, notice the Mercury is exactly square the ascendant-descendant. So, and that shows you the vacillation. I can't make up my mind. I can't make up my mind. That actually, I think, brought out the correct answer for us. Hopefully, it's still not all out. Jupiter will conjunct Saturn at 1 degree of Aquarius, and the inauguration of the Sun is at 1 degree Aquarius, and that is a new start, absolute new start, and it's happening in Aquarius. Yeah, I do believe the age of Aquarius is here, and where Uranus is and what it's doing and what it's telling us is that the past is gone. Forget it. You figure it out. Figure it out. You need a new organization. Uranus rules organization, and we do. That's what else did I want to talk about? Oh, racism. The fact is the Civil War isn't over yet. What do I have to say about that? Our natal Chiron, is down here. We've got I looked at this and people really, look at the foundation here, people really do want it to get fair. It is not fair now. It is not fair now. That Mercury square Saturn. This sixth house rules unions, the people who work people who work in service, and therefore Virgo also rules the people who work in service to us. And so we've got all this now. There's suffering here in the sixth house. We do have Jupiter there. We have Pallas Athena conjunct Jupiter, exactly conjunct Jupiter. And that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Pallas Athena, rescues. It goes to war in a feminine way, which means that it works the hospitals. All our issues are apparent in this. We've had the real issue I see is that money is going to be such an issue. You could look at this down here. These Venus and Mercury in Libra. The people. There's a big money issue going on in this country. The people have money, rich people. That's South Node here. Rich people who have money are really afraid that they're going to lose it, the Neptune, and they could if they don't do something. If they don't start to become generous, we could all lose it. So it's a very interesting chart. I think you can learn a lot about what's going on in this country simply from our election chart. I guess that's all I wanted to talk about. Talk to you about the election. I keep wanting to bring in the U.S. chart, but too much information. I can't handle it. And so I'll try to do shorter and more videos. Anyway, I hope you were well. I hope you were wearing your masks. I've been making masks. It's become an obsession with me. Notice that Mercury-Pluto oppositions are obsessive. And I pray that you are kind to others and others are kind to you. May the gods bless you. Bye-bye.